Alright guys, got another shipment from DCBS. This may or may not be my last haul through them. I'll tell you why, but let's go for two from the tomb. So, sticking with the sort of Batman, we'll go with like some New 52. So I've got issue 3. I always love this Capullo cover. Just one of those series that I collected when I first started doing YouTube. I've always been a Batman collector. I haven't always bought every single issue until recently. And when I say recently, it's like 2013. I had basically everything I needed from that point. But yeah, I did a lot of reading at the grocery stores because they were at the time they were still having issues of DC Comics in the grocery store, so I just go read through them while my wife would go looking for food or something. Then but the New 52, of course, I went through the comic shops to get those, but just haven't always bought them. But this made me, when I saw these, I had to get them. And I'm pretty sure I think I picked up the second printing. Yeah, I picked up the second printing of this first. Then I ended up finding this a couple years later. So I went with a second print. I usually hate second prints or third prints. I usually like first prints only. So it was like one of the deals where it was getting on my nerves that I had just a second print for my issue 3. But of course, got some Court of Owls action going on. If you haven't read they have Batman New 52, especially the first 11 issues of the Court of Owls. Do yourself a favor. You can probably pick up the trade paperbacks used somewhere for like $5 each. Go ahead and read it. It's good, except for towards the end. Next up, speaking of not liking, just go on a tirade about not liking different printings. And here I got a third print of Batman issue 13. Just love this cover. I do have the first printing of it also. I'm not sure if I have the second print. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check into that. Hold on. No, I don't think I do. I think I just had the first and the second. Or first and third print. So I'll be looking for the second print. They usually come up nowadays. But it's part of the Death of the Family storyline. Another good storyline to read till the end. Yes, I enjoy Scott Snyder's writing, but his endings sometimes are a little bit underwhelming. Sometimes. Alright, so of course this is my DCBS haul. I'm going to be opening this here. I'll just keep these out here and I'll explain why I said that comment at the beginning. So you may have remembered from my last DCBS haul, I ordered a bunch of comics to them, but I ordered Amazing Spider-Man issue number 55. The first print, I ordered 2 copies of those. I ordered 2 copies of those, and it was in my cart along with another comic that I bought. So a month goes by, 2 months go by, it's still in my cart, so I'm like, okay, they just probably didn't have enough to send me that month. So last month I had a big giant stack. Well, I go in, as you all saw, ended up getting like the third prints or something like that. I did order those also, but my first prints weren't there, so I emailed them back. Mind you, of course I don't have any proof of this because I didn't think I should have to take screenshots of my goddamn order, but it said it was in my cart, or my basket filled. And if you're not familiar with DCBS, they have a place where you can look at the books you ordered, and they have like a small circle that'll have like a slash through it, half filled with red. It means it's fulfilled. It's in your file, ready to go to be shipped for you. Well, up until the day I emailed them to ask them where my copies were, the next day it was back blank again. And then I get an email like 3 days later saying, oh, there was a shortage at Diamond for Amazing Spider-Man issue 55 first print. So I'm like, why did it say it was fulfilled? And I never got an answer for that. So sort of a little bit, I think I might have one more DCBS order, but I'm not going to be going through that. Here's what I think happened. I have no proof. Well, I shouldn't even say I better watch what I say here, because it just, let me put it this way. It's a little suspicious that it was in my, according to their website, it was in my file. Then when it goes to be shipped, it all of a sudden disappears and there's a shortage. Why didn't I get an email about this like 2 months ago when it came out? Why didn't I, even a week before, when they're shipping it out and saying, okay, yeah, sorry, it wasn't in there. We got shorted, we had to allocate, whatever the heck their excuse was. But not to tell me and say it's fulfilled all the way till the day it gets shipped out, and the day after, it's like, when I open everything up and it's not in there, it made no sense to me. I mean, if you got shorted, why wasn't I made aware of this like a month before, or a month or two before when they first came out? Like they should have known that Thursday or whatever when they get their comics or whatever, or they probably get them on Tuesday or something like that, to let me know on Wednesday. Okay, buddy, you put your order in, the number you put your order in, you were behind all these people or whatever the damn excuse is. It's fine. Don't just tell me, don't say it's in my cart on the website, and when I email you, all of a sudden it disappears out of there, and we don't know what happened to it, and sorry, Diamonds had a shortage that week for your books. So enough about that. But yeah, I could have went and bought it somewhere else, you know what I mean? So, and I'm not really cool about buying through them anymore, because I'm just gonna, I'd rather support local anyways. I know a lot of local shops end up getting their books through them because of DC or whatever, but I just thought it was really, and just to not email me or anything like 3 days later and then just have some generated bullshit. So that's all. So again, I can't, and basically what I'm saying is, you can order through them as long as they're just like regular books. But if you're gonna get like a book that's like gonna be hot, or something like that, I would choose somewhere else, because this is starting to happen. This is not the only company that's books are just like all of a sudden like the hot book. Oh yeah, sorry, we didn't get enough. But this is happening with other companies too. I've been reading on Facebook and stuff like that. So it's getting a little. Some of these companies are really, really, looking at short money instead of long-term money. And that's going to get them. All right, enough of that. Let's look at what we came here. So I ended up getting a trade paperback. I ordered this probably about 6 months ago. They finally got it in. Who knows? Maybe my Amazing Spider-Man 55's first prints will come in one day too. But this is a Philadelphia trade paperback. Let's take a look. I was just curious. It was like, it had a deal on it. I think it was like $4 or $5. But the guy who does Spawn, draw Spawn, or did draw Spawn at the time, he did the art in here. So that looks interesting. All right. Again, like I said, if you want books that nobody else wants, they're sure they're a good place to go. So, but if you're looking for a book that might be hot, I'd look somewhere else. And I'm not somebody who goes chasing around looking for hot books, getting all excited about, I just thought that was a really cool cover, and I was like, oh, I'm going to order 2 of them. had no idea it was going to be a hot book or anything like that. I don't really follow Spider-Man, so it really doesn't. Now, if it was like a Batman version of that and I was missing it, I'd be right pissed off right now. It would be no like, oh well, whatever. But this Amazing Spider-Man, I don't collect that series, and if somebody else needed it before me, that's fine too. I'm not like one of these jerks that needs that somebody's been buying it for like the last 60 issues or 54 issues. They can have it. So I picked up Robin 1. I believe this is a wraparound cover. Yeah. I think this is the first full appearance of Flatline also. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how that character is going to be. Got a cool look to her. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just think like this summer is going to be like when the cons open up, it's going to be interesting to see what new villains, because I don't think think Harley Quinn might start getting a run for our money with all these new Bat villains and anti-heroes coming out. So that was cover B. Oh man, that's funny. I totally forgot I ordered this one, so I have 2 copies of it now. I like the cover so much, I was like, oh yeah, and I totally forgot I ordered it. So now I have 2 copies of issue 317. Oh man, I have to put this one up for sale. Oh yeah, I got the cover A too for Robin. I'm curious to see how this is. Usually with Robin series, I'm good for a good 2 or 3 issues, and I'm usually okay. I got my fill. Yes, this is another one I got. I totally forgot I ordered. So let's see. Last month, in April, I bought this, or not April, whatever, mid-April, beginning May. I bought that book and this book, and I have already both of them. Damn. Thank goodness. The good thing about DCBS is it's basically paid $1.79 for this one and like $2.50 for that one, so it's not a bad thing. But I just don't need 2 copies of each of these. If anybody's looking for these and wants to trade, the last book I got, surprised, got this one. Who knows? Geiger, issue number 1. Hearing a lot of good things about this. Interesting to see what kind of read it is. All right, guys. Sorry about the long rant at the beginning of this. It just was frustrating, and I don't think from now on I'm just going to order through my local shop, which I should have been doing anyways. But since the COVID stuff started, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I just click a couple of things and get it sent to my house at the time. But now it's like COVID's over. Well, not over. I shouldn't say that, but the restrictions are relaxing, or at least around here. So hopefully I can get back to going to shop like weekly. For right now, I've been going basically monthly, or every 3 weeks or so. So, all right. But yeah, check out my Instagram down below. Again, I don't like bashing anybody, any companies or anything like that, but I thought that was really suspicious. And I can't say that they did anything. It very well could have been Diamond shorted them or whatever. That's fine. But I should have known about that at least, the Thursday after it got released. That way I could have got for a decent price at the time, instead of paying, I don't know what it is, like $50 now, which I'm not gonna do. So, but again, I think I got a couple more stuff, or maybe another haul for them, maybe one more, and that'll be it. But for now, I'm gonna use their site for damn sure. But I'm gonna just mark everything down and just hand it to my shop and say, yeah, I want this stuff ordered, which I should have been doing for the last 3 or 4 months anyway, since everything's been slowly reopening. But thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.